We are. It hurts.
So, we begin this game with, I believe, everyone or most of you returning to the mansion. Most of the day is over, or should I say, Hydro? Do you plan on continuing your date today, or is it on another day
No, it was going to be tonight, but
tonight?
I figured if they had other stuff to do first.
Okay. In that case, Nillidan and Vincent, you have finally awoken, and you can hit your button and have a long rest. But Nillidan, you also return to the mansion after spending a day, amongst yourself and figure out a few things. And Vincent and Rio were chatting, but looks like Vincent wants to be on his own right now. And you make your way out, Rio. So, is there anything anyone wishes to do at this moment? While I do this. Okay.
Okay, I'll
Is
start.
this a new day, or I missed?
This is a new. It's later on in the day. This would be at nighttime, ish.
Okay.
You have had a long rest. You've been out most of the day. You've just returned to the mansion, if you wish. But if there's anything you wish to do or talk to anyone, now's the time.
I mean, who's available? Like, I know Vincent's out, so I would try to get anybody that's at the mansion together for a quick conversation.
Okay, that is Rio, Zoltan, and Flint. If you wish to talk to them.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Zoltan and Rio, downstairs at the front of the mansion, you hear Nillidan's voice calling for you, and you both gather up.
Where exactly?
Right down here.
No. Right.
I appreciate
Good
you measuring
afternoon,
your movement.
It's impulsive. Good afternoon, Naladin.
Greetings, Zoltan.
We missed you. Pat's
For a day.
awkwardly.
Did something happen?
No, it's just I got used to having you around.
Oh, well, I'm always technically around. I'm within earshot, and that's good. Glad to be missed. Is it just the two of you here today?
Well, that is
Seems
available
like
at the moment.
You spoke over each other. What was that, Rio?
All that are available at the moment.
That's cryptic enough to warrant a deeper dive. So the two of you are available freely. Who's not available freely?
I will say this. Flint, you hear Nillidan calling for people. Do you go downstairs to see what he wants? Also, you have had a long rest, so you can hit the long rest button.
Yeah, I was worried about
Okay.
the beating I got at the the temple.
Oh no, Zoltan, we didn't get a long rest yet. You still.
Oh
got the
no,
damage,
yeah.
baby.
You haven't had a long rest yet, Zoltan.
Oh, I haven't? Okay.
No, your ass is still very kicked.
Okay.
Poor Zoldy.
Let me deduct that.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna go down. Actually, no. Before I do, since I am, let's say, when I rested, I'm preparing. I'm gonna cast divination.
Okay. And what are you trying to divine?
I am going to ask, am I safe among these people? Like, is anyone among them still trying to kill me?
Could you please ping the spell into the chat?
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want
As-
us to?
I will, in fact, take Flint into the other channel real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Flint.
Hello.
So, in your room, you light a candle, try and connect with your god. It is quite late at night, so it's already quite dark, but the light from the candle, the shadows that it forms after casting the spell, you'll see the room and the shadows begin to rotate around you, taking on different forms until you see silhouettes of humans, or not just humans, but life forms, hands, feet, head, that type of thing. You see five of these silhouettes. All of them look the same, identical in every way. And then you see one on its own, separate from the others. In total, 6. One in the 5 silhouettes begins to turn a sickly red color. And you watch it almost begin to track and prowl this separate individual that you can probably guess is you. And one of them
Mm-hmm.
seems to attack this individual and tries its best to end the life of, well, from what you can tell, is yourself. While the others seem to watch on. And that is pretty much what you get.
Okay.
I'll put you back.
Hey,
I can't fight evil if I don't look good.
that's true. You can't fight crime if you don't look cute.
Are you talking about Elden Ring or something else?
Elden Ring, yeah.
General.
Okay.
Elden
I-
Ring.
What?
Another one-shot, maybe.
Please,
I went full Wolverine mode. Like I'm wearing the imp
Nice.
mask with claws, and I've got the talisman of regen. It's great.
Nice.
I started off as a paladin and now I'm like a fucking oathbreaker.
Focus.
Edge
Focus. Focus.
All right.
All right. So, after that event happens, what do you do, Flint?
I am gonna go downstairs.
Okay. You can move your token down to the others as you begin to hear them talking as you're coming down the stairs. Do you try and hide your presence, or do you just go and see them?
I'm gonna go and see them.
Okay. In that case, Rio, from the other side, you see Flint coming down the stairs as well.
Your eyes flicker to him, there for a second, and shift back to Nelidin.
So free to attend or just not available? I believe Vincent said something about alone time. I have not heard from Hydro.
Hydra's not here.
I believe he is out attending to his gentleman Carla.
So he will be back. I'm hard pressed not to want to make decisions or ask for things, but with the 3 of you here, I am having a hell of a time being able to track what our goals and what our aspirations and what we're ascending to. And it has been migraine inducing to see the little glimpses of each of your futures being so divergent in desire. So something that I would like us to think about and not make a decision on is, do we need time to tend to our own personal affairs, and I should release the grip I have on each of your threads for a time being? Or is there anything that we can communally do in the near future that I should keep our attentions towards? Because I don't want to continue us being together aimlessly still apart, if that makes sense. I want to make sure I'm not in a constant state of being torn in 6 directions for our safety.
Well, I don't know about all of that and your attentions, but Zoltan's current task is quite pressing, as I understand it. This Anir and its cult is attempting to resurrect a Titan, and I feel that is something we should probably interrupt.
I will say that Zoltan's threads seem to be the most robust and easily followed, and I would not mind pursuing that path. I just want to make sure that we are not ignoring other bits and bobs of personal affairs, but for the short time, something along those lines I think would be best for all our sanity to at least collect and rally around. Having fought on a Titan, I would not want to fight a Titan, so I am all for preventing that.
I have contacted my god court today.
Do they? I don't mean to be nitpicky or interrupt. I just want to make sure I don't make the same mistake. You possess the god, or it's your faith in. I always wondered when they say "my god."
My faith is related to the god court.
Understood.
And in short, he is my god. I belong to him.
I just didn't want to show disrespect. So continue. I wanted to make sure I understood the relationship.
Understood. As I was saying, contacting court came out with a really concerning answer. But you see, they had told me that my answers lie within the myriad. And from what I understand from the others, the myriad are not a savory group. They are criminals. And if it's that, if stopping this Titan from coming back means contacting them, then it's court's will, and I will follow it. I will not press anything on you when it comes to the myriad. You have your own choices to follow. But I truly need your helps.
Bah, I already told you I would assist you.
Do we know which Titan in particular they're trying to resurrect?
Not a clue.
The one in the lake.
The one capturing souls, if I am not being remiss in my memory?
Yes. It was it was imprisoned there by Cord himself.
Oh, that's a new piece of information. Well, that does seem the most pressing, yes? Does anybody else here present have something that is of similar threat or attention needed?
It's a distant threat for regicide, but that can wait.
I would like to discuss something with you and Hydra when he gets back. And by you, I mean Nuddleton.
Fair enough. I've just been trying to full disclosure, I spent the day basically just sitting by myself in a dark room, kind of contemplating like the threads and the paths before us. And that's the only reason that I'm bringing this up to everyone. I don't want to. It's a strange thing when you can see things you also are not supposed to direct a person's path. Else, it muddies the whole ability to see their path at the same time. So I'm asking probing questions with no inherent intent or direction. I really just want to. This is me trying to ask questions to gain context and see what I can do to help everyone. So as far as Zoltan, I am on board, and you have my abilities at your beck and call for this endeavor.
I truly appreciate it, brother.
I will be as little of a smartass as I can be, given my previous interactions with, in the air quotes, gods.
At this point, you'll see a strange, quite fair and beautiful elven woman that you have never seen before, Flint and Nillidan, coming from your right side. And she just kind of walks by you and gives everyone kind of like a nod. And it looks like she just begins to start cleaning.
Who is this?
Do not worry about it. Shall we get started?
That's exactly why we would need to worry about it. I need a name. I need a
Ariana is Vincent's new maid.
There. See, that was almost as easy, if not easier, than saying don't worry about it, Rio. This is the type of stuff we need to work on.
He blinks once and tilts his head. I would have thought you already knew.
But see, here's the thing. In the infinite possibilities, Ariana could also be an assassin that mind tricked Vincent into believing she's a maid. The likelihood, though, of that being also what happened to you to be tricked reduces that possibility. So I don't have to go through all that steps every single time. But when you say don't worry about it, it instantly makes everyone worry about it.
But if she mind tricked Vincent into thinking she's a maid, wouldn't he just tell me she's a maid and you would still have to worry about it?
But then I also know you, and if that was the case, did you not already vet her?
He sniffs. Perhaps.
See? Thus, the possibility of that being the reality is far more reduced. Compromising one is not a small feat in of itself, but compromising both of you would be a monumental task. So on that same token, your retort could be, well, if I said don't worry about it, you shouldn't have to worry about it, also applies, because I'm being somewhat hypocritical right now. But thank you. I just didn't see her name. All that was really just to get a name.
Very well. He walks down the stairs and starts heading towards Ariana. Oh, and she is an ex-noble.
Ex-noble?
Yeah, he wanders away.
Can you be an ex-noble?
A fallen house?
I would imagine
yes.
it. If your house lost power.
But you would still be a noble, because isn't it a by birth thing?
Not if you lose
Technically,
your home,
you can still
your castle.
you can still have the title technically that would belong to your family, but a fallen noble, which happens not that often, but it does happen. Usually, it depends on how they fell. It can be they betrayed the kingdom that they owe allegiance to, and the title can be stripped from them. It can be that they were taken out by a rival family. They could have just made very poor choices and lost all their power. But fallen nobles are, a tale that is told around the whole world, especially to other nobles that, make sure you make the best deals. Make sure if you're going to do something, make sure you can get away with it, because you don't want to end up as a noble on the street and now having to become a maid, which it looks like this person has.
Well then. Sorry, I'm not used to regencies and titles and the like, because it's all given power rather than taken power, as far as I'm concerned.
Depends on the nobility, I guess.
I mean, don't get me started on nobility. The whole thing is laughable in 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 so much that the power is of the people, given to a particular person for the promise of violence should the rules they lay down be broken. But if sufficient amount of people that provide the power to said lord or lordess or lady or noble, then they have no true power, and thus the threat of violence is but an empty promise. Like, the whole dynamic is bizarre to me.
Nobles have gold, and that's all that matters to them.
What can you use
Gold is
gold for?
power.
But I
Gold
mean,
is power.
the promise of the trade, like, don't get me started on this. This is why I don't chase down for artifacts and gold and stuff like that. If you can't trust in your own power, then really, what do you have? Because gold can be stolen.
Doesn't your magic sometimes require you to use precious items?
Yes, that I could trade for in gold, or I could find the precious items, but very rarely are the gold itself the material components.
He just
And don't get me
shrugs.
started on that. If we decided as a collective a piece of tree bark was worth 5,000 gold, would my magic still work should it need something of that equivalent? I don't understand. The concept of currency in magic is just baffling in and of itself, as if someone like the divine gods that created the rules just did not understand the inherent problems they've set with those types of things. Ugh.
By the way,
Yes.
as you are talking about this, Zoltan begins to have a nosebleed and has to step outside.
Flint is the only one listening now.
Flint's just nodding. He doesn't really. He's not listening. He's just nodding along.
I'll also say, Rio, as you approach Amara, she will kind of stop and look at you and just say, Master Rio, who are those?
She's not.
Those...
She's not
Yes?
my goal, dude.
What?
You called her Amara.
Oh, god damn it. Ariana. There you go. She says to Rio.
Is she of House Grande?
Quiet.
Yes.
That's how this name started last week too. Someone called her Ariana Grande. I said, okay, her name is Ariana. But she says to you, Rio, who are those other people?
They are the masters of the house. You will meet them later, I'm sure. For now, I have a question for you.
Yes?
Do you recall the traveling caravan with the wondrous creatures that passed through here some months ago?
Oh, yes. I remember. What of it?
Do you know its name? Does it have a regular schedule? Or does it have a base of operations?
It does. It usually comes around the city once a year. The other parts of the year, it usually travels around Wildmount, searching for other creatures, I believe, and also selling them in the other cities.
And its name?
I will have a look for you while the DM is looking.
Take your time recollecting. It's no problem.
Also, sorry for interrupting. I had to say something. I had to.
God. It is called the accumulate. Why did I give it this name? the accumulated menagerie of beasts and oddities.
Okay. And do you know the next time it will arrive in Uthadorn?
Here, like I said, it's usually once a year as it keeps on traveling. So most likely 11 months from now.
Thank you. Do you
course.
know its next stop in the path, by chance?
And she'll kind of like think for a moment. In fact, I'll roll for it.
No, but it's a flighty.
She goes, I don't, but maybe if you ask around, you might be able to find out.
I appreciate that, Ariana.
Of course. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Not at all. He turns and then pauses to glance back. The blue creature is Nullodin, and the one that looks shady is Flint.
Make me an insight check.
Here we go. 15.
15. When you say Flint, her eyes open a little bit wider than normal, and she forcibly takes a breath.
He tilts
That's
his
all.
head. You should work on that. And it continues walking away.
Okay.
Where is Zoltan?
Zoltan is outside.
I think he was asking Nillidan and Flint.
Mhm.
Are you muted, guys?
I missed the question. What was that?
Where's Zoltan? Flint, Rio asked.
He just
He
kind
went
of
out.
meandered off while I was talking. I assumed that it was too much.
I mean, what you were saying was a little bit complicated for him. Maybe
I mean,
it's complicated for me, honestly.
this is I should really have waited until the morning after this. I'm still in the mode, so my apologies.
I see. Well, I need to go and make preparations to reach out to this group. Where's Zoltan? He looks at the other two. What shall you do?
Tonight, out of character, when's the what's the timeline for the next card game?
I believe it should have been marked down on the thing, right?
Yeah.
I hope someone marked it down on the thing.
I mean, we can check.
Is it this where it just says day on it?
Was it in a day after? Because the problem was we weren't sure what the time differential while we were in the ball was, so it made it hard
Yes.
to know. But it was supposed to be coming up.
Yes, it was. I'm pretty sure I gave you guys a date.
I'm looking at the calendar. It just says
It was 2 days
Shield
time
Zoltan Trophy.
2 days time. Okay, so that would mean
on the card. So the last time we had it was 2 days time.
Okay, so I'll, for time's sake, I'll say that it's on the 19th, just so it gives you guys some time.
And today is the
17th.
Okay. Then I have nothing. I'm fine with progressing till the rest of the group is settled and ready for next actions.
Okay. So Rio, what are you doing right now?
Use my criminal contacts.
Okay. Flint, what are you wanting to do right now?
If Nulliden is going to go to his game, I'll ask if I can come along and just check it out.
Say that again. You cut out for me.
Oh, if Nulliden is going to go to his game, I would like to just look at it, join him if I can.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean it's an open invitation to the group, but they deal only in magical effects. It's 2 days time. If you want to get bobs and trinkets for anteing up, or what magical artifacts you can wager is one of the big things.
Zoltan, what are you wanting to do right
Yeah?
now?
Zoltan is gonna. Zoltan is gonna trust Rio with this, and he's gonna wait,
Okay. In that case,
just to not hinder his work.
In that case, I will move over to Hydro, and we'll come back to you guys in a moment.
Perfect.
Remember, it is getting late, but so.
Well, I'm gonna
Yep.
ask Zoltan. Sorry, I'm gonna ask Nulliden if we can speak in private.
Okay.
Of course.
I'll as you guys begin to move into one of the rooms, I'll come back to you in a moment. Where are you right now, Hydro?
Right now, Hydro would be making his way over to Store's house.
Okay.
He would have gotten changed into something a little bit nicer. Would have removed the armor and stuff. Combed his hair.
That's adorable. Would you say that he is
don't praise that. It's the only time he combs it.
Would you say that right now his heart is a little bit pumping?
I would say it's more so just coming so close to death the way he did. It's more that he's trying to find a way to relax into it. But I would say he's excited, yes.
Okay. In that case, as you have already made your preparations for the day, and just so I'm clear, you plan on taking him on a little boat ride. Is that right?
Yeah, he's gonna take him to the crystal lake.
And you packed a picnic. Is that right?
Yep. He has food for him and Soiree and the other provisions.
All right. In that case, it doesn't take you long to get to his house, and kind of a quick knock on the door. It does take a little bit of time, but eventually the door will begin to open, and you'll see him. He kind of looks at you, and you notice one thing immediately, is that he has a bit of a bruise on the side of his cheek. It looks pretty fresh. Not a huge bruise, like he's been attacked or anything, but just a bruise on the side of his cheek. And he just looks at you. Well, it took you a little time, but I guess this is our date. And he'll just smile.
Well, I was trying to get over here sooner, but yeah, if you don't have anything going on today, what happened to the other guy? And he nods to Soiree's face.
Oh, just a little trouble in the market. They got a good hit in, but I got several good hits in.
Good to know.
But don't call me a champion. That's for you.
What? You're not champion of the streets? What's wrong with that?
And with that, he will actually take a step out of his house and kind of close it up. So, what do you have planned for us?
Well, and he'll hold his arm out a little bit as he turns around.
He'll take it.
Well, I hope you're hungry, because I wanted to take you out on a picnic.
I'm starving.
Well, hopefully not. If so, then I'm gonna need to make sure that you eat better. And he starts walking him towards the direction that he needs to take to get to the thing. Do we get there by water, or is it like kind of a spelunking kind of thing situation?
You can walk there, and then you can take the boat out into the lake.
Okay.
But as you're walking, you will notice, and it's up to you if you wish to try anything to stop this. But he starts kind of patting his trousers and his jacket, and you can probably guess he's looking for a smoke. Do you do anything?
Hydra's gonna just kind of tilt his head, look at him a little bit. Everything okay?
Oh, here we are. And he actually finds and pulls out a cigarette. Just, and he kind of puts it in his mouth and is about to light it. Do you let him?
Let me read a thing real quick. Just real quick. Let me see if I can... Okay. I was checking to see if Produce Flame let me snuff flames too, but I'd have to have control flames for that. Let's see. Hydra's gonna tilt his head a little bit and just look at it like, I meant to ask you what got you started on those.
Oh, the smoking?
Yeah.
My brother, he smoked. The little brother wanted to copy the big brother, and here we are.
Gotcha. I just was wondering.
Did you want one?
No, I'm good, thanks.
And if you don't try anything, he will kind of light it.
Oh no, he's going to try to subtly as he can, just kind of like mutter a little something and gesture with his left hand. The other hand that doesn't that's not currently occupied by Soiree. He's going to try to cast Druidcraft and try to manipulate the tobacco in there again.
Okay. What would you like to do with it?
Basically just kind of break it so that it won't burn all the way through.
Okay. Make me a... Oh god. Make me a nature check.
Absolutely.
Okay.
19.
So, with Druidcraft, you begin to separate the tobacco, and also you kind of help bring it back to life a little bit, giving that moisture back into its form, kind of regrowing some of it, and as it turns a little bit more of a green color, and as he goes to kind of light it, it just doesn't seem to be catching because of the moisture now inside of it. It is not dried out like normal tobacco, and he just kind of fiddles with it a bit, tries a bit more, kind of moves it around at the top.
Oh, hang on. Actually, I got a perfect thing that he's going to keep doing, actually. Every time he tries to light it, the flame starts going out, because I can actually snuff out candles with Druidcraft.
Oh, well, there you go. And every time he tries to light it, over and over and over again, the combinedness with the now moist roots and or leaves, should I say, with you just putting out the flame, he just... I must have wet them. He kind of just throws it down on the street, a little bit annoyed, and then carries on going with you. You have successfully stopped him from smoking this day.
Think of it this way, Soiree. At least, maybe it's a sign from the gods or nature itself, because those can't be too good for you. When I grew up on a ship, my captain loved to smoke tobacco in a pipe, and it caused a lot of issues for him. It he couldn't breathe as deep. He got tired more.
Oh, really? Most Well, from what I've heard in the medical field, smoking is supposed to be healthy for you. I guess.
There's certain things I suppose could have medicinal properties, but
Yeah.
and
Although,
besides,
I guess they do also get paid by the company that makes the tobacco.
that sounds suspicious.
And it kind of takes a second, like, huh? All those medical professionals, all those clerics, don't they work for the same company? And it's kind of
Yes,
like
we do.
hitting him a little bit there.
Take it from the druid. My dad taught me. I learned a lot about medicine, and I've never seen medicinal or healing properties out of tobacco. It's a relaxant, sure, but it has other things in it that aren't exactly the best.
Really? I do get a little cough every now and then, and a little hard to catch my breath.
Is it that bad?
It's just I used to be able to run quite a bit without. It doesn't matter. Make me
Hydro's
a
going
persuasion
to-
check.
Oh, a persuasion check or or an insight check?
A persuasion, just so if you
Okay.
can start thinking about something.
Okay, sure. 12.
Oh, okay. So, do you carry on, or do you keep going to your date?
Well, hearing that that he's having a little bit of trouble breathing, Hydra's gonna kind of lean in a little bit and playfully whisper to Sori, "Well, if you're having that much trouble," and he'll lean in and gently kiss the bruised cheek. And as
Aw.
he's doing so, he's going to. Sori can hear this. He's going to mutter softly and gesture with his other hand a little bit and cast Greater Restoration on him.
Okay.
And I will mark down. I'm using up some of the diamond dust to do this.
You use some diamond dust. All right. In that case, as you go and kiss him, you will see the bruise a little bit fade, and he will kind of he'll kind of look at you and then look around. Ooh, got a little lightheaded there. Are you trying to hide the fact that you did this?
No, he's not.
In that case, he'll kind of look at you. Did you just? Did you?
Hydra will lean back and just grin.
All the tumors are gone now.
Thank you. And he'll kind of just grab your arm a little bit tighter and smile, but try and hide it. He goes a little shy, it looks like. Gets a little bit flustered in the face. And we'll keep going.
And Hydro just will make small talk as they're walking.
Until eventually you will arrive at the kind of the boat rental place where usually people would rent boats to go fishing and things like that. Would you say Hydra had already purchased the rights to take one of their boats out?
Bitch, I have a folding boat that turns
Oh,
into
that's true.
a boat. What do I need them for? Hydro just scoffs and looks snooty at them and pops out the magic boat.
Okay.
The smaller one, obviously. This much smaller one.
Yes. In that case, you take your boat, you unfold it, and you watch as, again, you kind of impress him as he sees the boat unfold, and he'll kind of just, that's very handy. You're going to have to tell me where I could get one of those.
I mean, with all the magical enchanting that goes on in this town, it wouldn't be hard to get one.
Oh, yeah, but God, they're expensive.
Hydra just kind of blinks for a second. They are?
I mean, well, to us lowly not champions, you know, that things are usually a little bit expensive.
Are the guards not paying you enough?
I mean, I get paid a normal wage. Bless you, sir. But I mean, it's definitely no champion's salary. I mean, a month I maybe get 12 gold.
Hydro kind of turns pale at that.
How much?
Okay.
I missed
12
that.
gold.
A month?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, 12 gold is considered like an
It's a lot.
average
I know.
salary.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know it is,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Over
Yeah,
here with your
it's-
thousands of gold. You are rich. Keep that in mind.
Oh, I know. I know.
My
he
God.
he's realizing it now. He's realizing it now. Okay.
12 gold will
Hydra's head,
get
he's like-
you through a month and also have some money over to like save. That is a decent salary.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
1,000 gold a year is like pretty lush.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, very
noble
much
territory.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Hydra just kind of blinks a little bit, tilts his head, almost similar to what Rio likes to do when he's tilting his head. We'll talk more about that later. Come on, hop on.
In that case, he will kind of jump on. And as would you say you're already on the boat?
Yeah, he would hold his hand out to help him on.
He will take your hand and actually jump on, trying to kind of be a little bit playful and scare you like it could tip over. But he'll kind of grab a hold of you and begin to chuckle a little bit. And
I mean, if
will
you're
now-
wanting to get wet, and the Hydra will cast shape water and gently splash him.
He will chuckle and just spend a moment looking at you, not saying anything, just staring at you while smiling.
Hydra will just start rowing.
If you would like to place your token.
Sure.
Now, you make your way past the giant lake that is filled with fishermen, and you go more into the classed as more of a dangerous area as it is entering the Underdark. The Underdark being a place filled with creatures of all kinds. But you have been here before, and you have made certain deals with the denizens under the water.
Yup.
But you make your way in, and what do you do from there?
So, as they're moving, Hydra's just kind of like, so I wanted to show you this place. It's really, really pretty, and I wasn't sure if you've been familiar with it yet, because I like to kind of explore a little bit where I live, kind of try to get a hold of the feel of the world around me.
I've never been here. If that's what you're asking. I don't really leave the spheres. My job really keeps me locked down, unfortunately.
I understand. I do. Do you like your job? Do you have fun with it?
Fun. I mean, it's a job. My family's always been kind of loyal, I guess, to the kingdom. My brother, my father, my uncle, all in the guard. I do hope that I can maybe move up in the more military, but that's rare.
Do you want to? Or is it just something you feel obligated to?
He pauses for a second.
Okay, let me rephrase it this way. No limit, no obligations, no pressures or anything. If you could have one dream job you could do, what would it be?
He pauses. You promise you won't laugh?
Deadly serious.
Well, my dream when I was a stupid kid was it's I always wanted to be a a skyship captain. That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to sail the skies and find places that no one's ever been before. That was my stupid dream.
That's not stupid. I come from Amon, which is in tal'dorei. We have sky ships.
Yeah, being in Ufadern, it's a beautiful city. It's my home, but always being underground and never really seeing the sky it can weigh on you. And he gets a little down as he says that.
I understand.
So what's your big dream?
My dream. Well, growing up, I wanted to be like my father. He was always this big presence on the ship all the time. He always had the right thing to say. He always knew what to do. He somehow wooed my mother, who is probably the hardest ass I've ever met. Bless her heart. But that's not her fault. She was a soldier for so many years. She was a Marine in the Amon Navy, and I guess technically her father was the. I forget what she said. I can't remember if he was a captain or an admiral, and there's a big difference. Let me tell you.
There is.
And so well, I kind of understand where you're coming from. She felt obligated to follow in his footsteps, and she did. And she met Dad that way, and they kind of just helped each other become the best versions of themselves, you know. And she left and joined him on the seas, and they had me, and here we are. And I guess to answer the question more properly instead of the roundabout way, I wanted to make people happy, make them laugh, make them feel good, feel better. Because on the seas, you see so many things just devastating the body. Disease, poisons, creatures that just rip you to shreds. And I wanted to be able to fix that. And we had a navigator on our ship who was a druid, Jantha, and she taught me basically everything I know now. Well, I mean, I've learned more on my own now, but she taught me how to heal, how to take care of people, and how to properly bandage wounds, just the whole thing. And so I guess you can kind of say I'm living that dream right now. It's not the way I thought it would take, being an adventurer, but then I thought about it, it's like, who better to make a difference in the world than someone who's been there and done it?
Are you making people happy?
I mean, I'd like to think that Geladon being gone would at least alleviate a lot of concerns, but I try. I like to think I do. I'm sure I've pissed off a lot of people too, but
Yeah. I've got to admit, once I found out a little bit about you, Hydro, it did worry me that you seem to be this big time heavyweight fighter who fights dragons. I just can't imagine it. You're just so normal. In the best way, of course.
no, I'm not taking offense to that. I remember I'm never going to let myself forget how I started, where I started, and what I do this for. I don't care about the titles. I don't. I'm sure they're fun, but as long as I gave someone an aspiration that day in the arena, I'm happy. Even if it was an adult or a kid or whoever just was seeing me do what I did and was like, hey, I want to do that too. then I made a difference in someone's life, and I'm happy for that. If it's me healing someone from a terrible illness, then and they're grateful for that, and they get to carry that on, I'm grateful for that too. I don't need much. I don't even need a reward for it. I just do what I do because there's enough. Life is rough as it is. People die for no reason out in this world, and if I can find a way to stop it or prevent it, I want to try. I have to at least try. And sure, that comes with the benefits that I have now, yes, and it's dangerous, of course, but I'd rather be out there making a difference than not.
I like that. You really know what you want.
Oh no, I don't. I still don't know where I'm going to end up.
Oh.
I'm just enjoying the journey as it comes.
Well, hopefully...
Honestly, I don't know what I want out of life fully for myself. I think about others more than anyone else.
Speaking of, I mean, I know a bit about you now, but your friends, your group, tell me about them. Who are they? Do they have your back? Are they? Have you known them long?
Rio, I've known the longest. I've known him since I was probably, as far as I can remember, actually. I can't remember how young I was. He's always been in the periphery of my life. He's been there that long.
The best friend, then?
If there was a thing such as platonic soulmates, I would probably equate it to that.
Ah, a rival.
No. Platonic.
Well, I
Though
guess...
there was a time. No, I'm kidding.
Well, I guess I'll have to win him over then. He's number one to win over.
Oh no, he's actually the one who suggested I pursue you anyway. He's the one who set this whole thing up.
Oh, in that case, when I meet him, hopefully you don't mind if I give him a big kiss.
Just be careful. No, he won't do that. He won't do that.
He looks kind of sideways when you say that.
Then we have a few other people. We have Nullidin, the blue guy. He's a bit eccentric, but all wizards are. We have Zoltan with a heart of gold, which maybe not a heart of gold, but his intentions are good. Heart of something, but we're still figuring that out. Then we have Vincent. I'm a little worried about him. He's going down a path that I've seen eat up a lot of people, and I'm worried for him. And kind of the same thing for the guy I've known the longest next to Rio, Flint. He's just so lost, and I don't know how to help him. And honestly, after what he did, I don't think there's anything I can do to help him. He has to help himself now. But I don't want to get into that. I'm sorry. You'll get angry, and I don't want you to get angry because you don't know. There was more things involved about that whole thing, but
wait. So you've had a falling out or something?
The reason we were gone for a couple days is because we were exploring this, and he kind of will reach into his bag and take out the Sanctum ball. Mm-hmm. This is kind of an extra dimensional thing that some wizard made. We were exploring it, but there was no safe way to get out until we had this key, right? And he'll put it back into the bag. And while we were doing that, there's some kind of caretaker in there, and as we were trying to figure out a way to get out safely, he talked to the caretaker and without consulting us at all, and left. Without telling us, without saying anything, just he wanted to survive, which I get, but he abandoned us, left us for dead.
I see.
And I want to understand that it's a whole thing. It's a thing we're gonna have to address sometime soon. But
well,
I just want him to find himself and not to feel like he has to worry about dying. You know what I mean?
I do. There's there was a guard who joined up not that long ago. His name was Mikola, and we were in a bit of a riot situation down on the lower levels. The miners had gone on strike, and there was a bit of a riot. We were sent in to kind of calm things down. Anyway, things kind of went a little bit ugly, and fighting broke out. This was normal for us, but Mikola, he lost his nerve, and he ran. Now, of course, we gave him shit for it, but we also tried to help him gain a courage that he had never known before. And now I know that I can trust him. Now I know that if something breaks out, because of all the work that we gave to him, I know that he'll die for me. Just like I'll die for him, or any of my other brothers and sisters. So I don't want to talk on your behalf or what really is going on with this Flint person. I'd say think about what you want to really do with him. It's easy to cast someone aside. It takes work to build someone up. I guess it just depends if you're willing to put in the work. And you kind of smile at that.
If this had been the first time, I'd be with you. But he's also done other things.
Oh.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll leave it to you then.
No. I'm glad your heart is in the right place with that. Oh, right. I need to. And he takes the. He stops rowing for a second, takes out the basket, and sets it in between the both of them. I made some sandwiches and other finger foods. I had some water here. I wasn't sure what alcohol beverages because I don't drink alcohol, so I have a bottle of ale here if you want it. And as he starts setting it out, the mammoth meat is just sitting underneath a thickish kind of cotton blanket, like a it almost looks like a regular picnic blanket, but it's not. It's not it's checkered that way, but it's a little bit thicker, but it's not exactly woolen
Mhm.
or anything like that. And as he's setting everything out, he will take one of the chunks of mammoth meat. Hold on a minute, and he's going to frisbee toss it out into the lake, and then
Okay.
he'll start rowing again.
As you do, you'll see a gigantic creature come out, grab the meat, give you a nod, and then disappear.
Hydro nods back.
As the giant creature comes out, takes the meat, you'll watch as he kind of looks back quickly and then looks at you and just, kind of gulps down a little bit. You have many friends.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I talked to them before bringing you here. As long as I keep as we're eating, I'm gonna feed them, and then they'll let us stay and and just talk.
All right.
Apparently, the leader of the pod here, his daughter recently got mated.
Really?
Mhm.
He'll kind of look at the water and kind of shout at it. Congratulations! And he'll tap on the water.
Hydro just chuckles. But I didn't know what kind of sandwiches you like, but I tried to pack for everything. There's like multiple sandwiches in one of the in the container. So just take your pick. I wasn't sure how hungry you were gonna be, so there's like 5 different sandwiches for each.
Of course, and he will
'Cause
begin to tuck in. And I'll say that Is there anything you wish to talk about with him, like in general, or would you just
Yeah.
keep talking about other things?
He would kind of try to bring it back to family life, and he would talk about how his dad courted his mom and how she courted him back, and how his dad actually wrote a song, and then he'll actually sing a couple verses of it softly as they're moving about
Hmm.
in the water.
Okay.
And then what did so um but towards the end of it, and after they've talked about, he's going to start rowing back towards the thing. All the mammoth meat is gone, having been fed to the sharks, and um they've finished their food. He'll just start rowing back to the thing and go like, "So sorry, I wanted to know
Yeah.
if you could pursue your dream, would you? Or did you have a new dream?"
No, that's my. It's always been my dream. Um, if I could, if I didn't have to worry about my family and the kingdom and finances, I'd probably give it a shot. Yeah.
Hydra just kind of nods a little bit at that.
Um, can I
Do you
ask?
trust me?
Oh, well, by the short time I've known you, Hydro, I've come to trust you more than a lot of people, which is probably
Fair.
weird.
But what were you going to ask me? I'm sorry.
Which is probably it.
Just that I don't really do this often. I know I might give the whole, I don't know, visage of being a bit of a player when it comes to dating and stuff, but this feels different, and I'm hoping it feels different for you too.
I wouldn't have given you that if I hadn't. And he nods to the. I assume he had the pendant made already.
Yes.
He nods to that. Wouldn't give you that if I didn't. Wouldn't have took you out here if I didn't.
All right. Well, in that case, and he will kind of not fully stand up, but get up and gets a little bit closer to you. I'm just gonna try something, if that's okay with you.
Okay. And Hydra looks a little suspicious at first because he doesn't know what exactly he's doing.
And he will come and sit next to you. And he will take your hand and smile a little bit. And then he will go in to try and kiss you. What does Hydro do?
He'll let him.
He goes in, holding your hand, and it won't just be a simple kiss. It will be a long, passionate kiss. As the longer he goes, the tighter he holds your hand. And what is Hydro feeling right now?
He's kind of laughing a little bit and smiling and enjoying the moment. And um, he'll return as much as he can. Not a whole lot of experience at it, but he is trying. He's
Okay.
a little awkward about it at first, and it takes him a couple seconds to get the angle right, but eventually he just kind of lets Sori take the lead in that and follows as much as he can, and he's enjoying it. He appreciates the connection and the intimacy of the moment, and he'll kind of just embrace Sori a bit. and it's not something he's used to, so it's very foreign to him in a way. But that's how he's feeling.
Now, eventually, it takes a bit of a moment, but he will come away from you, and he'll look at you and he'll say, kind of softly, a little shy in his voice, and say, we can stop here if you like, and he will unbutton one of his buttons on his shirt.
Hydra starts turning beet red and just looks down, looks up, looks down again, looks back up. Why, sorry, are you propositioning me?
If you don't mind, that is.
Oh, I'm never happened to me before. A little bit of honesty here. I'm not saying no. I've never done that before.
He'll kind of give you a look like he's surprised, and then almost like he knows the responsibility that comes with this. We can stop if you're not ready.
It's not that I'm not ready, it's just I wasn't sure if you were ready for that.
He smiles. You surprised me, but I'm willing to try, if you are.
All right, your place then?
My place, your place, and then he kind of looks around at the kind of beautiful reflecting crystals that are kind of shimmering different colors across the walls, and the kind of not firefly insects, but what look to be almost like floating embers going through the air with the blue shining lake beneath you. Wherever you want.
he kind of rubs his nose and starts to just bleed just a little bit, Okay, okay, yeah, sure.
And with that, he will smile, go in and kiss you again, and then begins to slowly unbutton his shirt, revealing the tattoos that went up his arm and on his chest that you've seen before. They are a lot longer than you thought, as they go down to his legs near his abdomen, and they go down and down, and he has a full kind of body tattoo that is not too much nor too little. It is beautiful in its design. It must have taken, days upon days of work to finish it. He's a lot musclier than you would have expected. You thought maybe he's on the thin side, but once you truly see him, he is fully in shape. He has abs upon abs and in perfect condition. And if Hydro follows suit, does he?
He would shakily and very awkwardly because he doesn't know what to do.
In that case, as he sees you kind of fumbling a little bit, he will just say, "Let me." And he will begin to kind of slowly undress you and fully take the lead. And that, amongst the glistening crystals and the shark-infested water, is where we will fade to black. Congratulations.
V card punched.
Congratulations, you fucked.
All I heard was the Discord going off over and over again. But yes, you spend some time together, and we'll say that we'll move forward in time a little bit as you have obviously reclothed, and you are now making your way back from the lake, heading towards his place. Before you arrive, though, he will say, and for you, it was an experience, it was probably the best experience you could have had for your first time. Not that it was, incredible, but he was slow, patient, gentle, and as you make your way back, he will say, do you want to spend the night with me?
Hydra looks torn for a moment because he knows they're waiting, but he doesn't want the night to end in that, and he doesn't want to be like the wham bam thank you sir, wham bam thank you man. Anyway, he'll nod. Yeah, sure, they can deal with me without me for one night.
In that case, he invites you into his home, which is not what you maybe had expected. It is a nice, medium-sized home, but everything is in its place. And it looks like he doesn't really like, mess. He likes to clean a lot, it would look like. Everything is in its place. Everything is dusted. And you can see that, he likes everything in order. But from there, you spend the night together, talking about your lives. He speaks about his family a little bit more, how his dad is always trying to pressure him into, the more military aspects. And he's been shaping him to take on a deeper role when it comes to that type of thing. His mother is a sweetheart, but doesn't really, a little bit timid, a little bit mousy, and she doesn't really leave Ufadern to go adventure or even go on holiday. His brother is the classic, good firstborn son who is making, his father proud. And he tries to look up to him for things like that. But you'll spend the night together, talking, discussing, maybe a few kisses here and there, until eventually you will call it a night, and he will take you up to his bedroom, where you will talk each other until you both fall asleep. So,
Sounds perfect.
you can hit the long rest button, and I will ask the group, does anyone else wish to do anything tonight? Oh, I believe Flint and Nillidan wish to talk.
Yeah.
So,
I'm here.
there you are. As Flint and Nillidan, you make your way into which room? There are 100 in this house.
I'll tell Nillidan, would you mind coming to my room, please?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'd rather discuss this in private. And he walks up the stairs.
I cannot select my token. What is going on? I'm going to reload.
I will, in the meantime, move you up there.
You said you've been looking at our fates and all that?
Yes, in the sense of immediate dangers or anything that I could have an impactful effect on.
Well, you're familiar with divination. I'm guessing you are. You're the expert at that thing. So I was divining something before I came up, and it's whether I'm still safe being here. And what I saw was someone, most likely one of our group, trying to kill me. Now, I'm pretty sure I could leave and most of the group would be okay with that, but I'm worried that whoever this is, my suspicion is on Rio or Vincent, but either way, whoever that may be might try to chase me down. So I will stay with the group. However, I'm telling you, and I will also tell Hydro, that someone is still after me.
Well, who do you gain your power from?
Mask.
So, when divining into future events, it can be cryptic, and it's usually from the perspective of how you gain that insight. So, if it's from the mask, are they not the trickster? Could that
Though,
be a hey, dumbass, somebody already tried to kill you once?
no, the Lord of Shadows has shown me things before, and I can I can understand what he's saying.
Fair enough.
I've used this spell before and I've seen things he's shown me, and it has worked well. But
Was
I'm just
the
telling you,
What was the
I'm,
nature of your divining? What did you ask to see? Was it because there's usually a range of time?
I asked, am I still, am I still safe? Is anyone in the group still trying to kill me? And I saw 6 figures, which is, I guess, our group, and one of them was red. 6 shadows. One of them was red, and it was attacking another.
It's interesting that there were 6 figures because that would include you. Could that not be? Are
Hmm.
you trying to undermine? And do you have any suicidal ideations, or are you trying to harm yourself?
The shadow attacked another shadow. I would imagine if I was harming myself, that shadow would simply fade.
Right, but there was one that was red. Would it not be if you attack somebody else?
The red
I'm just
shadow
making.
was the red shadow was attacking one of the other shadows,
Hmm.
which I presume to be myself.
Well, would you mind if I try to pull on that thread just a touch more?
Go ahead.
I'd like to cast divination as well and ask who is represented by the red figure in Flint's divination.
Okay. One second. In that case, would you like me to tell you what happens here or into a different chat?
Oh, let's do a different chat. That way I can null it in it up.
Okay. Hello.
Hey.
So, as you cast the same spell, trying to attune yourself to kind of this reality and what could be, what is, and what will never be, you will again, just like almost as he described it, the shadows in the room will start to move and form different shapes. And you will see what looks to be a normal kind of humanoid shape form. It turn red in shadows. And you will watch as that red seems to drip from this individual, making pools beneath his feet. And then you will see kind of bodies beginning to form from those red pools.
Could I do an insight check? Because I have a feeling I know. I mean, it's the symbolism is pretty strong there.
Mhm.
But
I mean, you don't even need to really make roll. The fact that it is that Flint told you it was made out of shadows, that it was red, the color of blood. That
right,
now
Vincent is
yes.
who I'm thinking. Yeah.
So it would probably, you would come to that conclusion.
Okay, fair enough.
What you do with that information, that is up to you.
Roger that. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like whole ass goals. Like, normal people can't go to inns and shit. One go for a drink. God damn.
So, Flint, who did you suspect?
Well, my guess was it was either Rio or Vincent. Because you defended me, Hydra defended me, Zoltan defended me. The only ones who actually attacked me were Rio and Vincent.
Yes. So, something that I want to make very abundantly clear is this thread is not written in stone, and so it's the likelihood or probability given what currently stands. But I think you have unresolved obstacles with a specific individual, and you've already tried to speak with others, yes?
What do you mean?
Have you tried to come to terms with anybody else in the group?
Well, I guess.
I think as things stand, you need to very much find time to speak with each individual. And if you want a third party there just as an observer, that can be arranged. But nothing has been done to change the course. At least one individual has definitely been set upon. So, yes, you have reason to be alarmed, but I believe that everyone currently here is not unreachable.
He looks down for a moment and thinks. And then he goes, okay.
I will offer this advice, though. The way I see things playing out, do not become prey. So running or leaving would be symbolic of that. I think to resolve the issue, to at least close that concern needs to be addressed. Should you leave in the night, I fear that will only lead to the to that foresight becoming a reality.
No, I'm not going to leave. But you know what? I will speak to Rio when Hydra comes back. And I'll have him join me.
That would be perfectly advisable. If you do approach Vincent, if you do not mind, I have a history with him and would be willing to mediate the two of you in that conversation. But Hydro is excellent to have as a third party for Rio.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Anything else?
Would you mind if I joined you in the game you're having?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not hosting, I'm attending. Its magical effects are the bidding pieces. I would advise due caution with how you play a game of cards, as those of this nature tend to be highly scrutinized.
Well, could I just be an observer?
Yes, of course. I'm sure there is even side bets on the results of the bets, so there's plenty of action to be had. but I don't advise leveraging card tricks, as it were. I want to desperately, but even I know where the line usually is drawn upon those things.
Okay.
But yeah, of course, you're welcome.
Thank you. And he goes to open the door.
V-card punt? No, just
Oh god, I almost choked on a Jolly Rancher because of that. Thank you.
Okay.
Congratulations, Illidan. You made a gay guy choke.
hey.
Hey. Rio, did you wish to try something tonight?
Yeah, I was using my criminal context to
Yes.
approach the myriad.
So, what form would that take for you?
If you be contacting, like any organization, he's assuming the myriad has like runners and messengers and people to that contact them to hire them and stuff. So he's essentially trying to hire them to find Anir, or at least inform him of their location. I don't know if they are shit.
Okay, so you want to put the word out that you are wanting to hire the myriad to find someone.
I don't know. It's just a feature I get from my background.
I mean, you can spend some time. This is obviously a city that you're not fully engulfed in compared to where you were. So I'll say that you put the word out that you've let the word spread that you're wanting to gain contact with the myriad. You're sick of this trying to search for them bullshit. You just want to find them. Even if you gotta
use a local messenger.
Yes. So you kind of put the word out there. And I'll say, because you are unfamiliar to the myriad, let me just check something real quick in my notes. Okay. All right. And what is your exact message? Because that will decide some things.
He just wants to buy information from them.
Okay.
You bitch.
You started it, bitch. Thought I wouldn't finish it?
I got finished.
You put the word out there that you wish to buy information from them. And I'll say you do that. We'll see if it grows fruit for you tomorrow. But you do put the word out tonight. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Yes, I need to go and leave a message with William.
Okay.
At the arena.
At the arena?
I assume he fights at the. Yeah, he was one of the favorite, right? So he's probably there at least sometimes.
Yeah, you can leave a message for him there. What
he's
would
not
you like
in
to?
He's not in the guild, is he? I don't think he is.
No, he's not in the Slayer's Take. He's in the Heroes Guild.
Yeah. Oh. I'll just leave a message there then.
Okay. Would you like to send me that message, or can you tell me?
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
It's not really relevant.
Zoltan, you said you were letting Rio handle it. Anything else you wish to do, or are you just waiting?
No, I'm gonna spend the day like mentally preparing and praying to God.
Okay. Feeling the black eye that is now formed, you take his advice and you kind of take the night to pray to Cord and think about what you need to do as a follower of Cord, his tenets, his way. And god damn it, you need to get out there and kick some ass. You need to find this target, and you need to grow closer again to Cord, and get rid of this goddamn thing in your chest that used to be your heart.
I'm gonna I'm gonna tie it up like a punching bag, and I'm just gonna punch the shit out of it.
All right. You quite literally tie up and beat your own meat. Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice.
You're grunting from his room.
You all hear wet and sloppy noises coming from Zoltan's room as he grunts and moans. But yeah, apparently lots of people are gaining action tonight. But does anyone else wish to do anything before the end of the night? Going once, going twice, gone. All right. In that case, you can all hit your tokens and hit the full rest button while I quickly go to the toilet. Be back in a second.
Punch in.
Lots of pounding today. Jeez.
True.
Destiny being pounded. Streets are being pounded.
Evening.
Heart vesicles are being pounded on.
Hydro's ass.
Poor shark water is being no.
Wow.
Hey, he fed all them motherfuckers. That was all the mammoth meat, baby. We out now. I can actually remove it from my thing now.
Yeah. It's been taking a lot of weight.
It was a bit, yeah.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Has everyone hit the long rest button?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if Nelly did.
I didn't need to because the last time
Oh,
I hit
ye-
the long rest, nothing. Oh, I mean, I guess I get the divination spell back, yeah. But that's
Punch
a
it.
ritual, so it didn't take a slot.
Punch it like the fever. No, okay, that's fine. You are
Okay.
already at full hit points.
Just reading a message from Weird. All right. Okay.
So what the plan was now?
So,
What happened was
early in the morning. Quite early. You're all in your rooms. Some of you may have already gotten up if you're early riser. But Hydra, would you say you'd be just getting in at this time?
Yeah, and how do I explain this? Let's see. Oh, I gotta roll some couple things real quick.
You're not doing the walk of shame right now, are you?
No, honey, no.
Okay, good.
No, it's nothing like that at all.
Don't do my boy dirty like that.
No. That real quick.
Would you like to roll
Right.
stealth?
Oh no, honey, no. There's no need. Trust me, once you understand what's happening. So Hydro, as he was making his way there, he was singing joyfully to himself. Actually, a couple of sea shanties, and as he does, the staff kind of just starts glowing a bit on his as he's carrying it. He still has it with him, of course. And let's just say, as he's been singing, he's been attracting some followers. A few bats, a few rats as he's singing.
Oh.
And then
Okay.
he'll eventually make his way in and shoo them along. And
So,
then he'll Go
just
ahead.
so I know for visuals, you are turning into a Disney princess, but only with rodents.
with rodents essentially, because there's no
Okay.
birds really around in here. And he would have it would have triggered animal friendship a little bit. That's why I burnt a charge in the staff, so it didn't really change today. But yeah, so he makes his way in, locks the door. And as he kind of just stands there for a second, just smiling. All right, better go make them breakfast. Hey ho, blow the man down. Da, 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 hey Rio.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Hydro.
Hi.
Early morning jog.
And he just starts power walking past, turning beet red,
Ah.
and he
Where,
stops.
where are you
Immediately
going,
stops.
old friend?
To cook. He starts to slowly try to enjoy.
Hydro.
Yes.
You wouldn't be hiding anything from me, would you?
Why did I do that?
Because you are doing the thing where your voice gets high and you get nervous.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And you are singing.
I sing sometimes too.
And now you are laughing nervously.
So, he just starts kind of looking down, shuffling his feet.
You look confident.
Sure.
You know what I think, Hydro?
What?
He leans forward and inhales deeply. I smell debauchery.
I don't know what you're talking about. We need to get your nose looked at. Do I need to do an examination for you? Because I can totally figure out what's going on with your nose. It's probably because we hang on that sewer so long. It might have been with all your senses and all that stuff. It could also been when Flint, maybe his influence, maybe since he abandoned us and now your senses are abandoning you. I don't know.
Yeah. How Sore?
He's good.
I see. He gives you a knowing grin.
Hydro.
Hydra just grins back.
In front of you, you will see Bluey peeking maybe just one eye around the corner looking at you, and you'll just hear debauchery, and then quickly disappears.
Hydra slowly turns back to Rio after saying that. We need to work on that.
Nope, he grabs your arm. Let's go and have a conversation. Come along now. Tell me all about it.
I mean, you really need to know.
But of course, how do I know if you're doing it right?
I just kind of okay.
Sit. And then Rio begins grilling him.
Okay. I will also say at this point, Zoltan, Nillidan, Flint, you begin to hear the squeals of maybe a young child being dragged away for punishment, coming from downstairs.
Oh no, Hydra was not quiet. Zoltan, if Zoltan's where he's at, he would have heard every word.
You heard everything.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's just another battle, Zoltan.
But Nillidan and Flint, do you guys come down as well?
I come down out of sheer morbid curiosity, but not prepared to do or say anything. I
I
think
come
come
down.
down to like the library area or whatever,
The library?
or the study area.
Wherever it is. Yeah.
All right.
Actually, I start looking for Ariana. I'm like, "Are you being accosted?"
You will see her pop out as she is in the arcane laboratory in this house. It looks like she's just dusting all of the what was left behind, the kind of jugs, the jars, the equipment, and the bones, and she'll kind of just pop out the room. Sorry. Would you? I'm new. People seem to want to be named different things. Do you want me to call you by your first name or by my lord?
First name. I'm not a lord, so.
I would also prefer first name, please.
All right. Nillidan, Flint. I believe Hydro. I think he spent some time with a gentleman caller last night, and I believe they are talking about that in the study.
Oh, so there isn't a small child being accosted. Okay.
No. Can I get you anything this morning? Some breakfast, perhaps?
Sure. What's the arrangement? Like, are you beholden to this, or is this? I'm confused at how you came to be here.
Oh, well, Lord Vincent found me. I was on the streets, and he saw something in me, and he proposed that I would come work for all of you as a maid, a cook, wherever I can help out, and he would pay me a monthly wage. That's pretty much it.
Okay. What's this business about Rio saying you were a noblewoman prior? Like, I'm.
She goes dead red when you say that, and almost looks a little bit shocked, and kind of just looks down at the ground. I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean. And she will actually just kind of push by you and kind of go into a quick walk away, looking a little bit upset.
Good job,
I mean,
monster. And I just walk away. uh, he turns around and goes, "I kid."
right.
She must have her reasons.
Oh, obviously, and I don't mean to so much pry, and now I know that is a sore spot for them. Perhaps a thread that could be pulled later. Okie dokie.
I mean, if you were a noble and you lost everything, would you want people knowing you are a maid?
Well, I mean, that could be a worthwhile pursuit, depending on the situation and the context of that. I don't know. Again,
Clearly, you haven't met enough
I
nobility.
am not going to go into the diatribe I did yesterday because I've had a nice rest and I don't want Zoltan's ears to bleed again. So, nobility is it's as good as currency. It's all just made up, and whoever believes in it enough, and blah 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 blah. All right,
Here we go
Let's
again.
Fight the power, Nalden.
No, that's the whole point. Why fight the power? Seize the power.
Zoltan, your nose starts bleeding again.
Become the power.
Why can't you stay silent?
Oh, this coming from you.
But if you guys eventually, Hydro and Rio, you will see the door open as Zoltan, Nillidan, and Flint all enter the room, while you hear Bluey is kind of, for some reason, hiding in the cupboard in the corner of the room. But
So, you cut a hole in a grapefruit, according to the size of his. Oh, good morning.
What?
You see Hydra taking notes, actually.
Good morning.
Okay, so grapefruit size, warm it with a spell.
Yes.
Oh no!
Well, 'cause
Oh
I don't know.
no!
I might need to because it was really, really.
Oh, we'll get back to this later. Good morning.
Oh,
Good
are we talking
morning.
about snacks or something?
Yes, we are.
Huh.
Well,
So what's your So what's your snack
Rio.
of choice, Sultan?
It used to be I have a good steak, but not anymore, unfortunately.
Well, if you needed Zoltan, I mean, there might be a way I could try something if you wanted.
I already discussed that with Rio.
Oh wait,
I'm not interested.
Hydro snaps back, looks to Rio real quick. Wait, I know we
Yeah.
talked about it, but you talked to him about it?
It came up organically, and I thought, why not? I would have told you if you went off, well, riding your robot.
Hydro starts turning beet red as soon as he says it, just starts laughing awkwardly.
Well, Rio, did you come up with anything?
I have put the word out, requesting to purchase information. We must wait. These things happen on their time, not ours.
Right. I appreciate it.
It's just no matter. It is something that requires doing. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Wait, what did you go look into?
Rio shifts, and for a moment there's discomfort on his face. Zoltan communed with his patron and discovered an opportunity to find this Anir. I put into motion this opportunity by reaching out to the local organization.
Okay. Who's the local organization?
Rio blinks slowly and glances at Flint and then back to Hydro. If it pans out, I will let you know. Nothing could come of it. Just because they have what we need doesn't mean they're willing to sell it.
Okay.
Anyway,
Also, hi Noladin. Hey Flint.
Hey.
Good morning.
It was.
Rio just shakes his head with a small grin. Yeah, he'll be giggly all day.
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Well, anything else on the docket? I do have a number of things I need to look into. Very
Do
well.
we have
Then.
any jobs for today?
Well, kind of. Wait, did Vincent not come home, or is he still kind of by himself right now?
I assume he is centering himself. He will come out when he is ready.
Well, I was wanting to have a conversation with everyone here, but guess
Indeed.
that'll have to wait for now.
At this point, you will hear what sounds like a big, heavy knocking. And you can probably guess it's the front door. And shortly after that, you'll hear a smaller door opening, as you probably guess that Ariana is going to go answer the door.
Hydra's already going toward the door anyway, not thinking of that.
Hydro,
What?
it is being handled.
What do you mean? We need to go answer the door.
Ariana is getting it. Let her do her job.
Why do we need to go to?
Hydro, that is a woman who has lost everything. She was gaining purpose and
You hear
centering
the
herself as
footsteps
best she can.
of
Let her
Ariana coming.
focus. She has her dignity.
Fine.
Sit.
No.
Rio leans back. Oh, that's right. It's probably uncomfortable for you, isn't it?
He narrows his eyes.
The doors will open
Oh
at
my
that
God.
moment as you see Ariana popping in the room, and she will look at you, Rio, and say, Rio, you have a woman at the door. She
He
says
blinked.
she's your fiance.
Rio blinks once and stands with concern in his eyes before he veils it. Thank you, Ariana. That would be them.
Did I miss something in the last day?
No. I'm concerned they know where we live, but
I
You
mean,
may
it's
come
not
along.
like we hide it.
you may come along if you wish. He says to the room in general. Zotan, please attend.
I am following this.
Aye.
Louis, don't break anything.
You hear from the cupboard.
We got it covered. Is he?
We're gonna have to train him out of this shit.
You go have to train him out of this.
You know what? That's for the downtime. We ain't worrying about it right now. We just gonna ignore it until it goes away.
Well, downtown.
as we walk by, Nulliden kind of like nods to Ariana. My apologies on a sore subject. Just remember, you are always capable of seizing power.
Hydra looks back over to Nelly.
Okay.
Don't worry, I thought she was a whore when I first met her.
And caught that one too.
Man, Ariana is not having a good day.
Yeah.
Flint walks by and goes, I apologize, and he just walks away.
Well, I already apologized to her. It's fine. Oh, wait, no, you're probably right. Shit.
Okay. So Rio, as you get to the door and open it, you will see a fairly pretty woman, dressed quite unladylike, more like roguish in design. A lot of levers, a lot of revealed skin, kind of like a corset, what kind of pushes up things, and
Nice.
you can see that she is a tiefling, quite taller than you, taller than most of you, in fact. And she will just kind of look at you, and you'll notice tears in her eyes as she's got a little hanky and kind of sneezing it as she does. Rio, you bastard! You slept with her, didn't you? You whore of a man! Don't speak to me again. The wedding is off. You can suck your own dick from now on. And she will go in to slap you across the face. And the invitations, keep them! And she throws a letter in your face. And she just begins to walk away from you.
Your catches the letter. He's highly amused by it all.
Hydra
My
leans into
God!
Hydra leans into Flint. Hydra leans into Flint. I think he can actually do that. I'm not sure. He at least boasted it once.
Are you okay, Rio? He looks at your face.
Okay. No, did you see her? She's walked out of my life forever.
Just it's so fucking confusing for Zoltan. He's like, oh, what is happening?
It's all falling apart!
Closes the door. Well, I'm off to go and lament and read my forgotten wedding invitations. Come, you must all share my suffering. And he stalks away with a dejected sigh.
As you get to there, you'll see Ariana is kind of like giving you the side eye, like, oh, I can't believe he did that. Kind of that look, like to a woman, to just seeing another woman being scorned. She's like giving you the, oh, I can't believe
Disgusting.
you. Yeah.
Zetter and winks salaciously.
She kind of looks down and goes a little bit red in the cheeks, but carries on her work.
I mean, I knew Rio was, always available, but I didn't expect this.
I'm sorry, I had to step away. As we get in there, Nulliden burst out laughing. Like, oh God, it's hard to hold that in.
Hydra's just smirking the whole way.
Oh my gosh, you need to get them theatrical lessons. If oh God, that was terrible.
What is going on?
Response. And he'll look at the letter
I'm
and then
assuming it was your efforts to find contacts for Zoltan's purposes, yes?
correct. Scan it.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, that makes
that
much
makes
more
sense.
sense.
Yeah.
I didn't
I never.
want to blow whatever it was that you were the facade, but oh, context there. But given that there was no
I,
threads of matrimony, I was like, yeah, that's bullshit.
I
yeah,
think
I
she
mean, I
had
didn't.
fun with it.
I don't expect Rio to settle down with anyone.
Oh no. Rio, and Hydro just kind of grins at Rio.
He shrugs and then snaps his finger. Infinity opens at his side, and then Rio's eyes flash with light. And I'm just gonna cast Detect Magic on this.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic, and there is no magic to be seen from this letter.
Okay. He's going to open the letter.
Okay. In very nice cursive writing, you will see a simple name, and the name that you see is what seems to be the name of a business. Where is it? There it is. The Axe and Bow. That is all is written there.
Not even like which circle it's on, anything like that.
Nope. If you would like to make me a history check, if you tell this
Yeah.
out loud, you can also let the others as
Yeah.
well, but that's up to you.
We glance over it and then read it out loud once you deemed it shareable.
Okay. Anyone who wishes, once he reads it out loud, can make a history check.
I would love that.
Would 16 get me anything?
It will. It will indeed. Nillidan, honestly, you're more used to kind of looking up at the stars, and
Yeah.
you're still
Like-
trying to get used to this place.
Wow.
Rio, you've just been slapped across the face. You're not really thinking straight right now. Zoltan, what? Wait, is Rio married? No. Is he married? No. Wait, yes. And Hydro, you've heard of this place, both Flint and Hydro. The Axe and Bow is an establishment, and much more a dwarven tavern that is on the lower rings near the mines. Heavily dwarven clientele, but it is called the Axe and Bow for to represent both dwarves and elves, as both are welcome. But yeah,
Is that the
pretty much
shit
what you
bar
need.
I went to?
No.
Okay.
Axe and Bow.
Isn't that place where dwarves and elves just hang out,
Yeah, I
get
think so.
drinks?
I think Soiree mentioned it to me once.
It's on the lower end, isn't it?
Yeah, if I remember right.
I see. Well, that is where we must go if we wish to find the information we require.
That'll work.
Is it in a shady area?
You would know that it is not. It is actually classed as where people would take their families. It is a tavern, but it also serves quite good food. And it is not upscale. It is just like a normal street tavern. But it is a place that you've heard and seen as you've made your way through the city. That you've even seen children in there just having meals with their families. It's quite a upstanding place for families to go, or people just to relax.
Baby dwarves having their first drinks.
Exactly.
Baby's first ale.
Interesting. Most interesting. Very well. That is where we must go.
Right, and you going to explain who and where you got that information from, buddy?
Yes, now I must, if we are all going. Uh, to find a near, according to Zoltan's patron, we must enlist the information network of the Myriad.
Hydra's reaction is instant. He's actually standing up, the chair dragging back. Rio, they'll kill us. What are you doing?
Not if we're careful. We don't need to interact with them much. We're simply purchasing a service they offer to everyone.
And it.
This
and
was
that
not.
guy.
This was not my first choice. Why do you think I spent 2,000 gold on the scroll?
You
But it
paid
was-
what for what scroll? What?
This is where the god says we must go, so go there we must.
How do people make money here? If the living wage here is 12 gold a month, how do people buy that? These people are insane.
Hydra, do you not realize do you not understand the value of gold?
There is no
Something-
intrinsic value of gold. It's just the machination
Oh,
of which
no!
we put
Not
our
upon that
corporate
anymore.
Oh, there we
overlords.
go again.
I cast silence.
You have silence.
But
Hydra pretends he has silence. Let him have this.
You all get nosebleeds.
instantly, yeah, instantly Zoltan explodes into a hemorrhage.
Zelda just starts screaming at the top of his
Ah!
voice to
Ah!
silence Zeladin.
Silence the blue man!
And
Not
as
you,
Zeladin
Bluey, the other
yeah,
one!
Bluey starts screaming too because he's scared. Uh,
This is all a result of him reading that Clear Thought book.
No.
Naladin, not now. Jesus. Right. Anyway,
Do you
That's
not
as
see
soon as
how the
possible.
divines keep putting this subject in front of us? But that's fine. We can go on, carry on. Yes, Titans must be smashed. Let's do that.
Yes!
anyway,
Titans of industry.
Oh my god.
No, he's a communist too.
Nah, less that, but yeah, anarchist maybe.
Anarchist Nullidin awakens.
An anarchist that likes the law. Okay, sure.
He does not like the law. He just
Down
uses
the
the law when
man.
it fits him.
Weren't you quoting the law just a couple sessions ago,
Focus.
baby? I'm just saying.
Focus.
Exactly.
Project a giant image of his head at the top of the city going, "Wake up, sheeple!"
Fucking hell. I'm crying, dude. I'm fucking crying.
Wake up, sheep.
But yeah. What? Carry on.
Zoltan is gonna try and make himself a makeshift cloak, so he can try and get there without at least catching
I mean,
the
to
eye
be
of an
fair, you are, like 400 pounds of pure muscle with horns sticking out of your head. No matter what you
Yeah.
do, people are gonna look at you. You are huge in plate armor.
Also, yeah, you're full plate. You're covering your chest just fine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you,
I'm gonna try and do like just hide my head, just to hide the fact that I'm a dragonborn.
okay.
Try.
In that case, you are a giant armored individual who is now hiding their face.
Yes.
Hey, look, it's Xander, and he points at Zoltan.
But okay, that is easy enough to do. You take off one of the dining room kind of tablecloths to wrap around your head.
So,
What?
do we go then? Are we going there now?
I'll need an hour to prepare, but after that, we can go.
Okay.
That is
Before
a
we go
fair
hide-
point. 1 second, Flint. If you guys who can pick new spells for the day, if you want to change anything, now's the time. Just saying.
Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding.
Yep. But carry on, Flint.
He's gonna just go, Rio, Hydro, I'd like a word with both of you, please.
Rio's lips purse, but he inclines his head after a moment's thought.
Andrew will nod.
Since you need to
Hydro-
prepare, I guess we could go speak in your room then.
Come.
Hydro rolls his eyes and nods to them, and he'll follow.
I mean, well, I suppose you already did that today, Hydro.
Hey, Nelden, why don't you explain to Zoltan about economic
The value of
ramifications
money.
of trading, and then he'll walk away.
Baby bitch.
And as Flit is about to follow Rio, he walks up to Ariana and just goes, "We're gonna be leaving in an hour. If you could just leave my breakfast in the hall there where we're meeting, I'll come pick it up."
Oh, yes. You're Flint, right?
He nods.
It's nice to meet you. And she puts out a hand to shake yours.
He looks at her hand and he hasn't interacted with a lot of people since being with this group, but he's just gonna, nice to meet you too. And she can see his eyes are like dark underneath it. There's just he hasn't slept in a while and he's had a few rough days, and he just goes, "That's nice to meet you too. I hope you can, make yourself comfortable here as much as you can. It could get a little loud sometimes."
Yes, I've noticed. As long as people stop calling me a whore.
Sorry,
It's okay.
not really. Still sorry.
Well, might not be the worst thing you could be called. So it could be a lot worse. I'm just saying.
You're right. And she'll kind of smile and she'll watch you as you make your way upstairs, and then she'll quickly begin to head to the kitchen area to prepare some food before you guys leave.
Nolladin whispers something to Ariana as she passes. I sent it to you as a GM.
Ooh.
Rio
Oh,
opens the
on the
door to
game,
his room. And the walls of his room are covered in what looks like red silk. And by his bed, there looks like a fountain with blood in it, just still and reflective.
There's that poster of that naked dragonborn from Critical Role.
Who?
Or was that a tiefling? I don't remember.
No, it was actually like a half
It's
dragon.
an
Actually,
orc, right?
Oh,
no,
half
half
dragon.
dragon.
Nolladin.
Okay.
And I would like an insight check as I say this in
Yes.
her reaction.
You do not need to make one, as it is obvious. As soon as you whisper into her ear, she will look a little bit scared and gives you a knowing look, and will quickly just walk by you, looking a bit scared, but also just like not really prepared for this whole thing that, the situation she finds herself in. And she'll just quickly walk away. But you can tell that is obvious then.
Yep.
Okay. Meanwhile, upstairs, go ahead, guys.
Well, I'd like to address some things, and I'm sure you know. First of all, I'm not going to be leaving. I've made the decision that I'd like to find some things out, and I feel if I leave, well, I'd be sort of giving up, and seeing as how things turned out before, I'd like your permission if I can stay.
Rio's brows furrow, and he looks at Flint.
And I'm not asking I'm not asking you to forgive me. I'm not asking you to trust me. I know there's really no point in that, and that I'm really not worth it. But if you'd have me and you'd let me prove, well, anything really, I I would like to stay. And he's just like rubbing his hands together.
Rio's brows are furrowed, and there's a thoughtful frown on his face as he looks over Flint, just trying to gauge what he's feeling right now.
And he looks at Rio, and he can tell from the look he's seeing from Rio, he's just gonna go. Also, I'd like to be truthful. I did divine something, but in the days when I was in my room, and I did see that. Well, someone in the group still wants me dead. So I feel if I leave, they might just chase me. And if I stay, well, I'm just hoping that I could make things right. And since Hydro, Naladin, and Zoltan were the ones defending me, I still want to make things right with them, but I feel I did hurt you, Rio. And, well, I'm not asking for forgiveness, but I am asking to try and make things right.
Does he seem sincere?
You can make an insight check.
Sure.
And Flint, if you are hiding something, if you are lying, if you are not being completely honest with what you're saying, you can make me a deception check.
Go ahead.
I said the complete truth. That's why I told them about divination.
Oh, by the way, I don't know if it matters in this, but sometimes if it's a complete truth, a performance check is also
okay.
A good.
I like that. In fact,
metric.
Flint, make me a performance check.
Oh man, bad charisma.
Oh no!
Okay.
A 0.
So,
I'm super nervous.
So, he is obviously very nervous, and as you beat him, Rio, you can tell that what he's saying is the truth. Maybe it's not the best apology you've ever seen. He's not on his knees groveling for forgiveness. He's not bending over backwards to get your forgiveness or another chance. But from what you can tell, it is indeed the truth that he is saying. That is, up to you how you want to play with that.
I believe that you are telling the truth, Flint. Allow me to put some of your fears at ease. I do want you dead. But I have decided as of moment not to do it. In fact, I did not kill you before. And I could have. Make no mistake. Neither Zoltan, Noladin, nor Hydro could stop my curse. His eyes tighten for a moment before relaxing. I am willing to admit that perhaps my response was lightly out of proportion. And death is not an appropriate answer. But at the very least, I want you gone. You ask for my permission. You do not have it. I do not trust lightly, and I rarely ever trust twice. He stands, and when he steps, it's a slow movement, almost predatory, but then he pauses and kind of modulates it again. You have watched me fight, yes, Flint? I dance on death's edge with every spell I cast, trading my life for incremental advantage for my team. I trust them implicitly, for I can end a fight 2 breaths from death. I do not have that trust with you, Flint. Not anymore. You hamper my ability to operate just by existing. You know too much about us, and I have no guarantee that you would keep your word. So no, I do not want you here. No, I did not kill you. No, I'm not planning to at the moment. But I cannot guarantee that will remain so if you remain here. I have very little anger left in my heart for you. Now I simply watch and calculate what the value of your life and death would be to us. He turns and takes another seat. I hope that clarified things for you.
He
What
nods.
he's trying to say is, like, he spoke for himself, but no, this is what I meant when I told you, when I said you messed up. This, and he points to Rio, is what I mean. We do not trust lightly. We never do. You have been with us since the Clasp. You know how hard it is for anyone who operates with them to trust another. Rio has lived that life exhaustedly, so. And so it was unforgivable to, even in a moment of weakness, to not to break your trust in us, to keep you safe, keep you alive, keep you moving, and get you out of that situation. That's what you did, Flint. When you decided, especially behind our back, instead of telling us, hey, I don't want to do this, I don't feel like there's anything to gain here, instead of just cutting and running like you were, you could have just told us, hey, I can't stay here. The guy's offering me a way out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, and then I'm going to try to get us back home, and then I'm going to try to find a way to get you guys out of there if you guys don't get out on your own within a couple days. That's all you had to say, Flint. All you had to say. All you had to do was listen. We told you we had a plan. We told you we had ways of figuring things out. That key, it was quite obvious that it was something important. All we needed to do was figure out what it was, figure out how to take care of it, and the steward even said it. So
It's
within those
raw.
moments, we had a plan. And I've already iterated this. You're right. Thank you. I'm
It's
sorry,
raw.
Rio. I know. But we've already gone over that. We've already gone over that. And now we have to deal with the aftermath of that. Do you understand, Flint?
He nods.
And Hydro looked to Rio.
Rio looks at Flint and he seems weary. And for the barest moment, deeply sad. And then he smiles at the slight smirk that he tends to have. I will not take your life, Flint. Not now at any rate. I won't even try. But I do not want you here. It burdens my heart. Leave. Find a life. You are prepared to do so before we came out of the orb. Continue on. And forget about us. That is a safer option.
Hmm.
I need to know something, Flint.
Yes.
Would you tell them where we were and where our families were if it was between your life and escaping? If they captured you, found you, captured you somehow, asked us where we were, and they were trying to interrogate you for information on us, if you told them about us, they would let you live. What would you rat us out to save your own life?
Fuck. I gotta think about this one. uh, uh, actually, uh, well, if you'd asked me that maybe before all of this, I might have said yes, but no, no, I would not. I've made, I've done a lot of thinking in the last 2 days, and I've realized I've never really tried to take things into my own hands and try to make something of myself and be proud of what I am. And I've always tried to take shortcuts, but no, now I'm going to definitely do my best to be someone I can be proud of and change who I was before. And no, I would not tell them where you are or everything we've done so far.
And are you just saying that to tell us that now, just to get us to agree and understand, or are you being because your arm's being twisted right now and you think that's what we want to hear?
No, I'm genuinely honest. If you want me to leave, I will leave. If you, I mean, if you want to if you want to take the gold that I've made since we've worked together, I'll give it to you and I leave as well. If you ask for it, I'll give it to you, but I genuinely want to make some changes in my life. And and all of that starts with what I've done to you. And I will have a talk with Vincent when he comes back about all of this.
Pedro
I've already spoken to Naladin, and he agreed with what I was planning. I still need to speak to Zoltan.
Hydro nods and he'll take out the sanctum and just kind of hold it in his hands, nodding towards it. This thing, it's dangerous. It's intense. It can either the dangers within it can either make or break people. And I'm trying very hard to be understanding that you had a moment of weakness and do you have family out there, Flint?
Uh, Not really. I was an orphan.
Well, doesn't necessarily mean you don't have, well, doesn't necessarily mean you don't have any family, but I see what you're saying.
I
So
mean,
then you understand.
I was in the military before getting into this life. I
Right,
I just went from the orphanage straight to the military. It seemed like the only place where I had some, clear path, and then things happened, and I ended up in the Clasp.
alright. Well, that's why I'm asking. because Flint, he kind of looks down, and he seems to be just fidgeting nervously a little bit. I know I told you I wanted to give you a chance, and I did. But after sleeping on it and thinking about it, Flint, it's always going to be in the back of my mind how you didn't listen. How you took the easy way out multiple times. You lied to my face about the ring. You took something that Gorath needed to keep himself safe. You have always had your foot out the door, ready to go at a moment's notice, and I know you want change, but change doesn't come easy, and talk is cheap. And every action you've had, even now, has been facilitating that and encouraging that. And I wanted to believe you, Flint. I do. I want to believe you, but I don't think you're capable of changing. At least not now.
He looks really hurt by that one.
Yeah.
And he just looks down.
And I'm so sorry. I know that hurts, but and you see tears start to kind of well in his eyes a bit. I can't trust you. And then he'll turn the device towards Flint and activate it.
What are you doing?
Oh shit.
Okay. Now, you know what this means, Hydro.
I do.
All right. Flint, you will see Hydro take the ball, tears in his eyes, and he will walk towards you quickly, trying to activate the ball. You know the deal that you made and what will happen to you if you are, ever try to enter there again. I need you to make me a dexterity save. And in fact, Hydro, you need to make an attack roll.
I mean, if you want, he can just try to make the save against my spell thing if you want. I mean, I can do the attack roll. It's not a problem, but
This is not
I
a
just don't think
spell.
that's fair since he has 0.
This is not a spell, though. You're not using a spell
Okay.
to do this. So it
No,
wouldn't
no,
be fair to use your spell thing.
Well, no. That's why I'm saying it's not. It's not fair to him because I have a plus 11.
Let me see how I'm going to do this.
It would be a bunch, but that's what I'm saying because if you make it an attack and I have a roll, Hydro is going to be using his reaction to enhance it further, and a bunch of other shit. That's why I want it to be fair to him here.
You know what? I'll just set the difficulty. But yeah, Flint, make me a dexterity save.
Okay.
Okay. 15.
Okay. Let me just check something. So, Hydro, you're just walking towards him and trying to activate it with him in range, right?
Yeah, just focusing it on him. Yes.
And in that time, you're not enhancing. You're not like doing an attack roll and giving yourself advantage, are you?
Knowing what he needs to do, if I had to roll something or if he needed to enhance something, he would be activating. I do have wheel today,
Say again. You
and it
cut
would.
out.
He does have wheel today. He would be enhancing. If he had to do an action, he would be enhancing it. Yes.
Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna say, make me a normal, because this is the only fair way I can see it. This would
fine.
be a melee attack, and this would be a improvised weapon.
That's fine.
You can boost yourself as long as it, doesn't take an action to do so, or anything like that.
Nope. This one doesn't. Let's see here. So what
So
stat am I using for this?
So this would be, it is small. You can use your dex, and it is just your dex modifier, I believe.
Okay. No,
You are not proficient in
a
a little gold ball.
No, that's perfectly fine. That's why I'm, like I said, I'm trying to make this fair for him right
Yeah.
now. Fuck.
Okay. What is the +5 for?
16. It's
Oh,
me
for
activating Cosmic Omen.
I see. All right. You stand, and you quickly make your way to Flint. Hang on one second. You quickly make your way across the room to Flint. You see what's about to happen, Flint, and you quickly, with tears in your eyes, begin to get away from him, kind of making your way across the sofa, trying to escape, knowing what it means. But he
Can
has
I do one?
Yes.
Can I do something?
It depends what you want to do.
He's gonna take his. He's gonna grab his necklace before anything happens and try to throw it down, so as to not be caught into it.
All right. I will allow it, as you realize that he has the jump on you, and you're not going to get away. You quickly grab the necklace, throw it down to the ground, and you know that at least the creature that has gotten so close to you, maybe even the only family you've had that you've really bonded with, is at least safe. And that's when there is a flash of white light all around you, as well as you, Rio, and you, Hydro. An instant, and then another, and then another. Rio, Hydro, you blink and open your eyes and look around, and you are back in the halls of Halas. You are back in the golden orb in the sanctum. But Flint, that white light doesn't fade. And you're just floating there in complete void. And all around you there is white, but it doesn't last long. As you see beneath you, darkness begins to grow. And ahead of you, you will see, in the distance, you can barely make it out, a figure. Long robes, with what looks to be something on their face. A large individual, but yet skinny, dexterous, stands there watching you. There is no sound, no voices. It becomes more apparent what you're looking at. A masked individual, streaming with power, walking towards you, holding out its hand. But the darkness beneath you grows, and then you see light, a fiery light. And it begins to engulf you.
He tries to reach over to the hand.
This roll I'm going to ask you to do will determine a great many things. I need you to make me a religion check.
God damn it! If only I had intelligence. Oh. Whew. 11.
You hold out your hand towards the masked individual, brewing with power, as he begins to move fastly, like a darting figure towards you, desperately to grab a hold of you. But then you hear it, a terrible, echoing voice beneath you. A voice that makes a chill run down your spine. And even Mask, in front of you, running towards you desperately, even they will pause for a second. And you will hear, echoing all around you, rattling your bones.
No. He is mine. A deal is a deal.
As the voice of Asmodeus echoes, and Flint, the last moment that we will see of you is you hurtling into the 9 hells to be born again as a devil in the Blood War. Is there any final thoughts that run through Flint's mind?
He just thinks of, he's just shook that it was Hydro of all people. The one person he was hoping, he was putting all his hopes in that, you know what, maybe I could change and what could have been. And he's just shook by that, and that's the last thought that goes through his head.
Okay. Meanwhile, Hydro and Rio back in the ball, no longer having the key to exit.
Rio's
you see
glaring
what...
at Hydro.
Okay.
Hydros literally falls to his knees immediately, just starts sobbing violently.
God. Rio grits his teeth, looks in the air. So fucking inconsistent. He walks over to pat Hydra on the shoulder. There.
I had no other choice, right? It was either him or our parents, and he's already betrayed us before. I couldn't, Rio. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Rio.
I couldn't.
He gently wraps his arms around you, pulls you to his chest. No, Hydro. You didn't have a choice.
Let's go save him, right? He was a good follower of him. He did so much in his name. He had to have, right?
I am sure he will, Hydro. I am sure his god will look out for him.
Hydro will just He'll lean in. Like, when I say he's crying, I mean his whole body is shaking. You've never seen him this despondent before. Like, you've seen him upset, you've seen him cry, you've seen him mad, you've seen him sad. He is beside himself with grief right now. Like he's lost something of himself that was so precious.
It's innocent. We're just gonna keep stroking his hair and rocking him gently.
What's gonna happen next?
We're going to have to get out of here. But that is for later. Feel your feelings. Let it flow through you.
Am I a monster now?
No, you are not a monster. You protected your family.
Doesn't
That's
feel
it.
like that though right now.
Sometimes there is no good decision to make, Hydro. You simply make the one you feel you must.
I wish I could believe that. You know, I wish you could make this better. You always used to, but I don't think you can make this one better.
You are a grown man, Hydro. You're a fantastic man. Powerful adventurer. A skilled warrior. But this is life. It is pain and it is sacrifice. It is the culmination of our choices. And sometimes we do not get to feel good about them. Sometimes we shouldn't.
If
Cry. Grieve the loss of a friend if you must. You made your first real choice in your life, and soon you will have to make another. Let this break you, or try to rise above it.
I don't know yet.
That is fine. We will sit here until you decide. There is no hurry.
What would you have done if you just had to decide that? Would you have put him in here?
Shit.
Like Hydra realizes that he dabbed him
Yes.
to avert us.
Baby, like in real life right now, I am shaking.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, my heart was beating like super fast there.
Honey, I know it's what Hydra would do, but you do not know how hard I was not trying to pull that trigger, and I am shaking violently right now.
Rio.
I would have done what I felt I needed to do to protect my family. I am sorry that you made this decision before me.
I had to. And one day, Hydra just takes a few moments to breathe. He's still crying, he's still shaking, but He's trying to grab a hold of himself. But I will find a way to get through this. I will find a way. To make up for this.
Now, the question is, you are in the orb. You do not have the key. What are you going to be doing? You're back in that portal room where you first started, Hydro and Rio.
Wait, they don't have the key?
They don't
No.
have the key. Nillidan has the key.
Nillidan has the key.
They can't leave right
Oh
now.
my god.
No, honey, that's I said. This whole ass thing was that risk. And yeah, no, I knew going in this was yeah. Anyway,
We could have just killed him the first time. God damn it.
chill. Anyway, Hydra wasn't gonna let you do that.
And don't forget that a few hours in here is practically a minute out there. Who knows how long Nillidan and Zoltan will, take to finally come up and check on you guys. You could be in here for weeks.
Well,
Please keep that in mind.
Here's the thing. So, after about an hour, Hydro's gonna kind of calm down and breathe. He's gonna look over to Rio. Rio. Do you trust me?
Gives you a squinty gaze, but nods. Well enough when you're not being emotional.
He playfully bites your shoulder.
Who bites people?
I'm a druid.
Remove me from your mouth, thank you.
He does. Do you have the bag of holding with you?
Always?
I have an idea. How long can you hold your breath?
Well enough. Couple of minutes.
I need you to get into the bag. And you need to give it to me.
He stares at Hydro for a long moment. Where he pulls the bag from his waist and opens it. Are you perhaps going to try to fly through? No.
It's hard to describe. I haven't even fully understood it yet either, but
Very well. I trust you. He'll descend into the bag.
Hydro will take the bag, tie it, and then put it in his robes. He's going to look at his ring and hold it up, his hand up, and close his eyes. Please get us safely out of here. And he's going to activate plane shift.
Okay. That is the new spell you took, is that right?
No, it is the ability the ring can do. I can plane shift to one of the realms.
At random, you can plane shift to one of the elemental planes.
Unless I have visited them, yes.
Yes. Sorry, no. You can only go to the elemental planes, or you can go back to. Then you can, once you're there, go back to your normal world. If you have already been there, if you have already been there, you can choose the place that you would like to appear at in those planes. So by doing this, you will be taking a chance to just end up anywhere.
Yep, anywhere in one of the elemental planes. Yep.
Okay. Is there any plane you wish to go? You can select one.
He would probably
He probably would aim for the Earth realm, or the Earth plane more so than anything else. Because the water plane would be a bitch. Rio would complain about the water for the day and all that stuff. So yeah.
All right. In that case, guys, fucking hell, this game. If you roll low on this, you could kill both you and Rio.
Plane ship doesn't have a roll.
No,
I was
but
gonna say-
going in at random, teleporting does.
Well,
It is
fair.
at random. You can end up in a mountain. You could just die.
He
No,
could
that's not true. That it doesn't split you. It would put you into the nearest safest location. That's teleport you're thinking of.
Oh, you might be right, actually. Hang on.
Is it the plane shift spell?
Yes, it is the plane shift spell.
You could end up in right next to Flint's soul.
No, he can't.
Yes,
Elemental
yes,
the
you
hell?
can.
Elemental plane.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you've changed it to only elemental
It's
planes.
Yeah,
Only
his is
elemental
only
planes.
elemental planes.
Okay.
Okay.
Could you just
Uh,
ping it so that we see it in the chat?
It's-
Just
that
no,
way
it's
it's
in
just
the- it's
easier
in
to-
the-
It's
It's in the
custom.
it's in the
Oh, okay,
ring.
okay.
If you guys look at the ring of elemental being, it's right there, buddy.
Okay.
So can you roll me a D100, please?
Absolutely. That's a 50. Hey, I could almost get a divine intervention on that one.
Okay, let me hang on. All right. So, and this is the Earth elemental plane. All right.
That's the one he's wanting to aim for. But yeah.
So a 15. You hold the ring tight, and you feel the ground around you beginning to shake harder and harder, and you hear rocks falling and sliding. And with a 15, Hydro, you will open up your eyes as the world around you begins to change. And you immediately, I would like you to make me a dexterity saving throw, as you are quite literally on the side of a mountain face, and you need to grab a hold.
I'll do you one better. I activate Starry Form as a bonus action to dragon and I float.
You can do that. Absolutely. As you begin to fall and slide down this rock face, you will quickly change and begin to float there. Looking around, you will see no sky, much like Ufadern, but it goes on forever. In every direction. There are mountains the size of Mount Everest underneath this place. Mountains in every direction. There are giant pillars that hold up the ceiling. And it just seems to go on and on and on. And in the far distance, you see what looks to be a city of some sort built into one of these pillars, winding upwards, and lights spreading out through up it. It looks almost on fire with how many lights are built into this thing. What do you do?
Hydro is going to try to find a little cliff face that's safe and
Okay.
land there.
Easy enough.
And then he's going to try to get Rio out of the bag.
Rio, you emerge surrounded by rock and dirt, and you see the same things that Hydro saw just a moment ago.
He looks around and then looks at Hydro. Is this another room?
No, we're on the Earth plane.
The Earth plane.
Hydro will hold up his right hand that has the ring on it. I got it awoken.
And it hops planes now.
Yeah,
All right.
but
Does it
only
hop
for
us
me. So that's why you had to be in the bag.
clever? Does it hop us back?
You can take us back to the material plane tomorrow.
Oh,
You are going to miss your appointment with the Myriad.
yeah.
Yeah, and that is.
But did it give us a time?
You can get that they wanted you to come today,
Mm-hmm.
but a little disrespectful. It kind of goes in your mind. Shit.
Oh, damn it. Alright, maybe Zoltan will. Wait. He's going to pull out the Sending Stone. Haha, because Zoltan has the other one. I'll just go. Ha, even other planes of existence. Boom.
Fuck, it does.
Haha. Alright. He's going to tell
Wow.
Zoltan. Right? Alright, he's going to tell Zoltan that things got complicated, but to make the meeting with the Myriad and to take Nelidin so he doesn't say something untoward.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's just gonna say things happened and now they're trapped somewhere, and to make the meeting, otherwise things will get difficult.
Okay. On another plane of existence, Zoltan, you are waiting for the others to come as you're all kind of about to make your way out to go meet with the Myriad, and then all of a sudden you will hear the message. Exactly that they are now stuck and to go to the meeting. What do you do?
I look at Nuladin and I say, seems like our friends got themselves in a complication and they can't make it. I guess it's only you and me now.
What? Wait. Did you
Can
hold
I-
your hand up, or like how did? Is there any visible tick like to know, or is he
Yeah.
just turn to me and say this like because
No,
I don't know
he,
the sending stones don't.
No,
It's
I
like
have
a-
the Sending Stone in my hand.
Yeah, it's like a walkie-talkie. So you would have felt it vibrate and then taken it out, and then it would have spoken out to you, Zoltan. And I guess because you're right there, you would have also heard this message, Nillidan.
What are they? What? Can I get an insight check on those words because he didn't mention Flint?
I mean, you don't really need to make one. You know, something's not right.
I mean, yeah,
they went upstairs.
Yeah.
No. Nelidin hears this in his mind. Sorry, Zoltan hears this in his mind.
Oh,
Just
is it in the
actually.
mind?
Yeah, I was
Mhm.
gonna say ascending is usually like a mental thing. You have to have
Oh.
the stone. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
have heard that.
Yeah.
That's
So
why.
in that case, yeah, Zoltan, you would need to tell him what happened.
Yeah. They seem to be in trouble. Shall we go upstairs?
Well, yeah, yes.
Trying not to meta game.
Well, no, I mean like they're in trouble, so I'm going there. Yeah.
I mean, like, we said, hey, let's go talk in my room. Okay. And then suddenly you hear,
Right.
we're in a different plane. Make the meeting, please.
He didn't say different.
Oh
plane,
no,
he said we're
they
in a
didn't say in a
situation.
different lane. Yeah, but if we
Oh,
walk
okay,
in,
yeah.
yeah, we walk in, we find the fucking orb on the ground
And his necklace.
and his necklace. As soon as I see the orb and the necklace, I look at Nilden and I say, "Well, seems like they got him." I pick up the necklace. I'll keep the orb for Nilden.
I mean, it is easy kind of to tell what happened. The ball is there on the ground. Flint is gone. His
Yeah.
necklace has been thrown on the ground. You can kind of put two and two together what happened. And you know that with the deal that he made.
The ball could have malfunctioned. You do not know that. Arcana check. I'm gonna argue with you on this. They
With-
should Arcana check this bitch.
with
Let's go. No, I'm kidding. It's fine.
with
Do
yeah,
what you
with
want.
his
I'm kidding.
necklace thrown on the ground like that. Yeah.
No,
you
no,
can-
it is fine. I'm literally just being funny.
Yeah. You can tell you don't know who did it, but you can tell pretty much what happened. And you know the result of what has now probably happened to Flint, where he is right now. I will also say, for metagaming sake, your characters would not know the circumstances. Maybe it got heated. Maybe Flint threw the first punch. You do not know exactly what happened. You don't know
Oh yeah, no,
what led to
yeah.
it. But you do know that it happened, not what led to it, though. Just
I
keep
mean,
that in mind.
considering the talk I had with Deladen, it seemed obvious that I'm gonna try and make things right here.
You never know. I'm just saying you don't know the full circumstances yet. You just know the act has been done.
Zoltan is gonna put the sending stone in Naldan's hand, and he will say, "I'll let you reply to them."
The stone.
I'm
You could
I'm afraid I will say something that I will regret later. And then he will sit down on this chair, just fucking angry.
I am. So is it a free reply, or how does the sending stone work? I don't know if it's
one reply. It is one sentence of what you want to reply
25
to.
words or less.
Yeah.
25
But
words.
they wouldn't be able to reply back to me, correct?
No.
The
You
spell
get one
should let
message.
you, yes.
Well, you get one message and they get one in return.
Per casting of it. Each stone
I was
has a
gonna say,
casting of it.
yeah, that's what I was
It's
gonna say.
back and forth. It's not once only.
Yeah.
Right. It's like the sending spell. I have the
yes,
sending
it is.
spell, so that's why
they
I'm
would.
wondering.
Yeah, they would reply. They would get a chance to reply.
Okay. Are you in the ball? Do you need me to come in to get you three?
This is the stone. I don't think I get a reply now.
You do.
No.
You
The
do.
sending spell will let you reply back.
Yeah.
But he's replying on our reply.
I'm not though, because I have to. I would have
it's
because
too
it would have
late.
been Zoltan that got
Okay,
it. I
so
didn't
you're
get it.
casting that spell.
No, I'm using the stone's ability to do the sending first.
Yes.
It's so you sent one. There was no reply back because Zoltan didn't send one. I'm now using the stone to send to this whoever's holding the stone on the other end, and you would be able to reply to that, and then the stones would be used for the day.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Or how many uses do the sending stones get?
Just one. Just one.
They get one use.
Yeah.
Per stone.
Yeah.
So you used your stones. We didn't reply back.
As
in
the
time.
DM, I'll say you get to reply.
Okay. Okay.
No, I'm sending
fair
it, so
enough.
you get to reply to my send, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Depending on your response, there may be me casting it.
If someone doesn't reply in the next 5 seconds, Flint will be tortured more. A reply.
No, we are somewhere, but I do not think we require assistance.
And that's the reply.
They are not in the ball, but they don't require assistance. And you said that they wanted us to go to this meeting?
Yes.
Correct me if,
Wait a
correct
minute,
me
wait
if
a
I'm
minute,
wrong.
wait a minute. Wait, so they're not in the ball. Then why is the ball here? This and the necklace.
Flint left the sphere, left us for this. He wouldn't leave it here.
Right, but he didn't have this. Who had the sphere last?
One of the three, I guess.
I'm gonna.
You can make a history check if you want. It wasn't hid, but just see if you can remember. An 11. It's not a hard DC. You know that from last time when you all kind of was fighting in the snow, not Rio. Hydro had it last.
So they left the ball and this for us. They're where? They're not in the sphere though. So they. When do we have to be at the meet? Like, what's this meeting about? Was this for the Titan stuff? So many
Yes.
questions.
We can't find their answers if we stay here. Let's move.
Wait, when are we supposed to go to the meeting?
I think we were supposed to go now.
You probably guessed that you're supposed to go sometime today.
I don't. This. I didn't prepare sending, so I would. Ugh. And okay, we go to, okay, so we're going to the meeting without the three of them. I still don't know why they. All right, let's go. We go to this meeting or whatever. You're talking, right? Because I don't know two shits about what this all entails.
I'll deal with it. You see him grabbing the Flint's necklace in his hands, just contemplating what just happened. It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't leave it here.
I mean, they left the ball. Like, of the items they had on them, what do you think the significance of the necklace and the ball being the only things left behind?
When we entered the ball, it was left behind.
Right, but they said they were not in the ball. Unless, well, Rio said he's not in the ball.
I have no explanation of this. The arcane is beyond me.
I'll do an Arcana check to see if the ball's been activated.
Sure. In fact, I wouldn't say Arcana, as you know, it is just magical. If you want to make an investigation check and see if there are like, you know, smudge marks where you would activate it and things like that.
16. Like where it was activated, or like the positioning of where they were. Okay.
Looking over it, and it's very shiny golden surface. You can see fingerprints around that area, as well as one where you would need to push down. You know, looking at it, it's definitely not your fingerprint, but it is a fingerprint. It is in position to be opened, so you can, you know, gather what you will from that.
Right. I think they're in the. If they're like as they're walking and he's looking at this. All right, let's keep going. So it was just Rio and he hands the sending stone back to Zoltan. It was just you two that had these?
As far as I know, yes. They handed it to me before you guys left for the horde.
So, as you begin to make your way out, you will. Is there anything else you wish to do in the? In fact, as you are beginning to make your way out, you'll see Ariana kind of come around the corner, and she's holding a plate of breakfast: sausage, bacon, eggs, kind of some bread, toasted, and she'll just say to you, Nillidan, excuse me, I have breakfast ready if any of you wish. Will you tell Flint I have his breakfast ready. He said to put it to the side for him.
They seem indisposed, and I think.
Should I just leave it for him then in the kitchen?
Wrap it up. Well, it doesn't last.
Sorry, not Vincent, Flint.
I know what you meant. Zoltan, you don't eat, do you?
I don't.
I haven't ate yet. I'll take it to. Wait, is there a plate for me somewhere?
Yes. I have it ready. Do you want it now?
Yeah. I'll eat it to go. I guess we're going. This is all buggy nuts, Zoltan. Like, wait, why are we going now? I thought we were gonna have breakfast, or I'll talk, and then we're gonna go. Why are we rushing now?
Zoltan, you see, Zoltan is just fucking mad at this moment. He's just constantly fidgeting with this necklace, pacing in this hallway. It's like, yeah, I'm not stopping. You go have breakfast, and I'll wait here.
Okay.
All right.
While he's having, I was gonna say he's gonna just be nibbling on breakfast, but he's still pining over this, going through kind of the paces. And I was gonna ask for a couple of just general intelligence checks to put pieces together.
It depends on what type of pieces you're wanting to put together.
I'm trying to leave it to the divine fates, like as he's going through things and going through possessions, just kind of like trying to piece together what may have happened. The problem is he's got a signed contract of Baylor also that's already been fulfilled, and I'm trying to leave it to chance and fate if he puts together the memory of how Flint got out, because it was explained, but I really am trying not to metagame and leave it to story purposes.
I mean, if you're wanting to piece together exactly what happened to Flint, is that what you're trying to say?
Or when he would come to the realization like something's up, because the ball's activated, they're not around, doesn't inherently mean that Flint was in there. So,
well, I'll say this: they went upstairs, they disappeared, the ball has been activated. You know the contract that Flint signed. You did not see them leave. You were at the front door. You did not hear them come downstairs. You were near the stairs. His necklace has been ripped off, not taken off, ripped off, because that's what he said. He ripped it off, as in the chain would have been broken and thrown down to the ground. There was no shouting, nor were there any signs of a struggle. With those facts in mind, I would say you can probably tell what has happened. You're not sure where Rio and Hydra have gone and why they don't need your help. But with all those facts and your intelligence score, what it is, you can probably easily piece together that Flint is probably in some very, very big trouble right now. And you're not sure what led to it. I will not give you that. You're not sure if maybe a fight started to break out or anything like that. You know that Flint wanted to make peace. You know that Hydro had the ball last. But those are the facts. So as your character would know that most likely Flint is in trouble.
right.
Flint is dead. Flint is in the 9 hells. You're not sure what happened to lead to that. You're not sure who did the deed, but that's what you would know, being how intelligent your character is.
preparing spells, if you like, requires a long rest, or what's if you want to change a prepared spell?
It requires a long rest. Yes.
Well, shoot, I don't even think sending works on dead people. I am.
Would I be technically dead, or my soul is just in the hells now?
No, you are dead. That's what the contract
Okay.
said. You would die, and your soul would go to the 9 hells.
True. Okay.
Oh no.
You are dead,
Flint is in the fallen.
and you are in line. Well, I'll say that if nothing else happens to you, you're in line to become a devil one day and join in the blood war. Maybe even one day becoming higher station and becoming a higher devil, a greater devil. But that all depends what happens in the future. But for right now, you are suffering. You are the lowest of the low. You are nothing but a slave. And that's all I'll say.
Yeah, I think Nulliden just kind of slowly eats his breakfast, realizing he's not equipped for the realization that he's kind of coming to as he eats. And then I think he kind of comes back, tells Ariana, "Yeah, I'm finished. You can put the plates away. I don't think anyone else is going to be tending to breakfast." And he kind of just stares at Zoltan, like almost matching, like, now I get why you're angry. Too many variables. Like it was the burden of knowing too many other variables that made it so he didn't come to the conclusion as fast as Zoltan did, I think.
Yeah, this is
It
saying,
was
like,
very cut and
you're
dry.
smarter than me. This is you saying you're smarter than me in a very polite way.
Yeah, or that it took him longer because he thinks about things a little bit more in detail, but you had the right of it from the get-go. This meeting is for you, or is it for them?
It is for me.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, we will go, DM, to the meeting.
All right. So, as you begin to make your way to the door, as Zoltan, you're about to open the door, you'll actually hear a knocking on the door. A free, kind of slow knock. Knock, knock, knock.
All right, I open the door.
Okay. Opening up the door, you will see a unfamiliar individual who looks a little lost, and he's holding a piece of paper, kind of looking it upside down, kind of left to right, and then looks up at both of you. And he'll kind of just look at you bright-eyed and say, you two a part of the Slayer's Take?
We are.
Yeah.
Okay, I finally found you. Yeah, I've just been sent over. Can I talk to you guys? And you will see this individual at the doorstep.
This isn't the Slayer's Take. You understand that, right?
Flint, would you like to describe your new character?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That was fast.
Yeah. I had the character ready since the betrayal happened, just in case. So you see a guy walking up in what appears to be a chain shirt. His hair reaches to his shoulder. It's brown hair, and he's got like a big scar across his eye. But it's not damaged to the point that he can't see out of it. Like, it's just around his eyebrow. And he's wearing, as I said, just brown pants. You can see some leather on his arms. He's got braces. bracers on his forearms as well. He's got a nice beard, not trimmed, but it's like it's starting to get to that point where it's messy. He just nods when he sees you.
And I will say, if everyone's okay with it, we will end tonight's game a little bit early, as a lot of things happened, and coming back, we will be meeting with a new character. And
I stab him.
Oh my god! I don't know why, but I need to stab you.
You can never replace Flint.
Oh my god. But yes, we will end tonight's game there, coming back with a new face, a new purpose, a new mission, something to do with the group, as he has been sent here by the Slayer's Take. What looks to be, and you all see, he has the same aura around his body, showing you that he's also a member of the Slayer's Take. And that is where we will end tonight's game.